When I say I still hear their laugh when things get quiet, I don't mean it in some poetic Pinterest quote way. I mean it literally, like when the room finally shuts up and the AC hum dies down and my phone stops buzzing. There it is, that laugh, popping up uninvited like it still pays rent in my head, and the story starts there, in the quiet, because that's where ghosts get loud, especially the ones you love. They were the kind of person who laughed with their whole body, shoulders shaking, head thrown back, zero shame, like life was a joke they were in on. And I used to think that sound was forever, like gravity or taxes, something you don't question until it's gone. And back then we were messy and broke and convinced we had time to waste, sitting on the hood of my car at 2 a.m., eating fries that had gone cold, laughing about stuff that wasn't even funny, just stupid, inside joke nonsense that only made sense because it was us. And I remember telling myself to memorize it, that laugh, the way it cracked at the end, because some part of me already knew nothing good sticks around without trying to slip away. But I didn't try hard enough, because I kept thinking later would show up like it always did, except later never shows up when you're careless with now. Life did its usual thing, bills piled up, moods shifted, words went unsaid, and their laugh started showing up less, replaced by tired smiles and quiet nods. And I told myself it was normal, that people change, that love doesn't always sound loud. But what I didn't admit was that I stopped listening, really listening, because listening takes effort and I was busy surviving, or pretending to. And then one day the quiet didn't come with their laugh anymore. It came with a goodbye that felt unfinished, like a sentence cut off mid-word, and suddenly the laugh became this leftover echo, stuck in the walls of my memory, following me into grocery store aisles and empty buses and late night showers. And that's the messed up part, how the brain keeps souvenirs you never asked for. I tried to drown it out at first, kept music playing non-stop, slept with the TV on, scrolled till my eyes burned, anything to avoid the silence, because silence felt like an open door they might walk through, laughing like they always did, calling my name like nothing broke. But silence doesn't negotiate, it waits you out, and eventually you get tired of running, so you sit with it. And that's when the laugh hits hardest, sharp and sweet at the same time, like biting into something you didn't know was still hot. I started realizing that a laugh wasn't haunting me to hurt me, it was reminding me of who I was when they were around, lighter, dumber, braver, the version of me that believed joy didn't need permission. And that realization stung worse than the breakup or the distance or whatever label you slap on losing someone you're not supposed to lose, because it meant I didn't just miss him, I missed myself. And that's a different kind of grief, the kind that sneaks up when you're brushing your teeth or waiting at a red light. There were nights I almost texted them just to see if the laugh was still real, if it still existed outside my head, but pride is loud and fear is louder, so I stayed quiet, which is ironic, because quiet is exactly where the laugh lives. And over time it changed, softened, stopped feeling like a punch to the chest, and started feeling like background noise, like a song you don't skip anymore because you've learned how to breathe through it. I began to understand that some people don't lead to disappear, they lead to echo, and the echo isn't a punishment, it's proof that something mattered enough to leave a mark, proof that for a while, life laughed with you instead of at you. And now when things get quiet, when the world finally chills out and it's just me and my thoughts, I let the laugh come. I don't fight it, don't chase it either, I just let it pass through, like weather, because holding on too tight turns memories into chains, and letting go completely feels like lying. So I stay somewhere in the middle, where the laugh can exist without owning me, where the quiet isn't empty, just honest. And yeah, it still hurts sometimes, especially on nights when the silence feels personal, but it also reminds me that I was loved, that I loved hard, and that even if they're gone, even if the story didn't end the way I thought it would, that laugh means something survived, and in a messed up way, that's enough to keep me going, sitting in the